The NBA's Eastern Conference makes no sense so far this year, man. We're only 5 games into the season for most of these teams, man, but the standings look insane right now. As I'm currently recording this, the Chicago Bulls are 4-0. The 76ers are 4-0. The Bucks are 4-1. The Miami Heat are 3-2 with one of the best offenses in the league. And the Cavaliers are 3-2. And the teams that we expected to take a giant leap this year, the Atlanta Hawks are 2-3, and then the Orlando Magic are 2-4, man. So I want to talk a little bit about this Eastern Conference right now, man, because this is a very, very, very interesting scenario. And I actually want to start this video by talking about the Chicago Bulls, because again, they are the 1 seed as I'm currently recording this, man. They're 4-0. They've had a couple of really close games, and then they've had a couple of blowouts in there, man. But I want to talk about them because of the fact that nobody thought the Bulls would be really good this year. Now, again, I don't think the Bulls are going to hold the 1 seed for the entire season, but I do think the Bulls have a very good chance of being the top 6 seed, which of course will have them out of the play-in, which is I think where most people had them coming into this season, man. And it starts with Josh Giddey, man. People were wondering, how would the team look with Josh Giddey being the #1 option? How would the team look with Josh Giddey being the best player? And so far, so good for them, man. Josh Giddey is averaging 19 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, man. And his field goal percentage hasn't been too great, but his playmaking has been really, really good. His scoring has been good for them. And right now, the Chicago Bulls are a top 8 defense, which if you told me at any point this year that the Chicago Bulls would be a top 8 defense, I would say you're lying to me. But they are currently a top 8 defense. They're #2 in the league in assists, man. They're a top 12 offense right now, man. So I do think the Chicago Bulls will eventually come back down to earth. I don't think they're going to hold, again, the #1 pace in the conference for the entire year, but I think the Bulls are going to be better than we thought they could be, and that's a scary thing for Bulls fans who've wanted them to tank what seems like forever, man, and trade Nikola Vucevic. And this is with Kobe White not playing a single game this year, so the Bulls have a little bit of a way to go up from here, man. And then our #2 in the conference is a team I've already made a video on, and that's the 76ers. Now, again, the 76ers were another team that coming into the year, nobody knew what to expect from them. Joel Embiid was hurt. Paul George is still currently hurt. Jared McCain was hurt coming into this year. We all knew how good Tyrese Maxey was, but we all just thought, okay, man, the 76ers just may get ugly. Maybe they can be a play-in team, maybe a top 6 seed, bro. But so far, they've looked like one of the better teams in the league, and that is still without having Paul George, who, no matter what you think about Paul George, yes, he was washed last year. I don't think he's going to be as bad as he was last year, man. It's pretty much impossible to be that bad. And then they get Jared McCain back, it seems like, in a couple of weeks, man. So this is the 76ers team, one of the best scoring teams in the league. Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe look like they may be the best backcourt in basketball right now. Joel Embiid had a terrible first game. His last couple of games as I'm recording this have been pretty good. I think he put up 25 points in 25 minutes against the Washington Wizards. And his defense scares me a little bit. He hasn't been great defensively so far, man, but the team as a whole have been playing above where you expect. And again, they get 2 really good players, no matter what you think about Paul George. I know he's old and he's washed, and Jared McCain and Paul George back in a couple of weeks. So I think this 76ers team is for real. Do I see them being a top 3 seed in the East? Hey, maybe. And then again, another team I've made an entire video about is the Bucks, man. The Bucks defensively have looked amazing with Myles Turner and Giannis Antetokounmpo on the court at the same time. I don't know about the offense. The offense hasn't looked great at times, man. It just looks like it's a struggle for them offensively. Ryan Rollins, somehow they found like a diamond. He just put up 30 yesterday as I'm recording this against the Warriors. And that was without Giannis, man. So Ryan Rollins may be an all-star for them. I'm joking, but he has been a good player that nobody saw this coming, and we were all kind of wondering, hey, where were the Bucks going to get these players outside of Myles Turner and outside of Giannis to just help like contribute to this team winning? Ryan Rollins, though, they've found so far has been pretty good. KPJ, when he's played, has been pretty good, and so they've been all right. The Miami Heat are a more interesting team for me right now, just for the simple fact they are #1 in the NBA in pace. The Miami Heat, one of the consistently over the last couple years with Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero have been one of the lower paced teams in the league, more so because of the fact that they had Jimmy on the roster. Of course, we all know Jimmy's going to come down the court. He's going to take his time. He's going to try to get positions. He wants to take screens here. So they had to cater their offense to that. And this year they flipped it a complete other way and said, you know what? We're going to run. We're going to get out. They're last in the league in pick sets, which essentially allows their offense to just flow smoother, where Bam Adebayo came out and said, hey, we aren't running plays, man. We're just bringing the ball up the court, ripping and running. We're letting people drive. We're kicking the ball out. And so far, it's letting them being one of the better offenses in the league, man. And that's without Tyler Hero. So once they get Tyler Hero back, this team is going to be explosive. They should be getting Tyler Hero back at some point, I'm going to figure, in the next month or so, man. I don't remember the exact timeline on his injury, and all that's going to do is just introduce more shooting, more playmaking, another person that can drive to the basket, another person that create offense, man. And Norman Powell, the Norman Powell addition has been great for them. He's been a great scorer so far. I think a lot of people just kind of like overreacted to his fall off, I guess, towards the end of last year, where he got hurt and then he kind of got iced out of the offense there with the Clippers because Kawhi came back, James Harden was doing his thing, Zubac was really good, and then Powell's numbers after the All-Star break kind of tanked, and people went, oh, well, he's just returning back to the old Norman Powell, the guy that you thought he always was. When in reality, no, I think Norman Powell actually has taken a leap up into an all-star caliber player, man. He's been a really good scorer so far for them this year, and again, a decent playmaker. And when they get Tyler Hero back, that's only going to add to that offense, man. So I'm excited for this Heat team, man. I think they're fun to watch. Again, they're number one in pace right now. Jaime Jaquez has probably been one of the best bounce back players in the league because he was really, really bad last year after having a solid rookie year, man. And so far this year, he's been really good. He looks like the Jaime Jaquez from his rookie year. He looks like he's taking that step that you would have expected from his rookie year, man. And again, he was pretty bad last year. So that just gives this Heat team another player that's really, really good, that's going to help them out. Again, I'm excited to watch this Heat team. They've been fun to watch so far this year. Bam Adebayo has looked solid so far this year, man. When they get Tyler Hero back, it's going to be gold. Now, I do want to talk about a couple of these teams that we expected more from coming into the year that are kind of underperforming right now. I'm not going to say I'm worried about these teams as of right now, but there's something you just want to keep your eye on. So for me, number one is going to be the Atlanta Hawks, man. The Atlanta Hawks got a lot of hype coming into this year. I'm a Hawks fan. I kind of bit into the hype. I thought we were going to be really good. I thought we were going to come out flying. Again, they haven't been horrible. They got into a dogfight with the Thunder. They got blown out by the Toronto Raptors. They beat the Orlando Magic, who we're going to talk about in a little bit. But it just hasn't felt right just yet, man. I think the Atlanta Hawks are still trying to figure a lot of stuff out. Of course, they added a couple of really big additions. They added Nah, they added Porzingis. You got Reece Shea, who's coming off of that breakout. You're trying to get Jalen Johnson back acclimated with the team after missing pretty much the entire second half of the season last year. And you can see that in the rotations where sometimes Reece Shea plays a lot less than you want for him, man. He's played multiple games with less than 20 minutes, and they've had Kennard playing more than 20 minutes in a lot of those games, man, which I think you want Reece Shea playing more than Kennard. Nah has been all over the place as he's trying to be the backup point guard for this team. Porzingis has been in and out of the lineup already. He missed a couple of games with a little mystery illness there, which terrifies me as a Hawks fan. Aneka Kongu's been okay. Their Ricky has been really, really good, man. Asa Newell. So this is a team I'm not worried about just now. Trae Young did recently get hurt. I think they're going to find their way through that for a couple of weeks, but this is a team towards the end of the year that I think is going to gel, and they're going to hit their spot right at the right time because you can see how the pieces fit together. It's just more so of working out rotations and then working out how this team plays together. The team I'm more so worried about is going to be the Orlando Magic, just for the simple fact, again, they got a lot more hype than the Hawks coming in. I think their over-under win total this year was 52.5, which is absurd for a team that was, yes, Paolo Banchero, Franz Wagner, Desmond Bane, they were getting Jalen Suggs back, but I still think 52.5 was kind of crazy. Their defense hasn't looked too good so far, neither has the offense. And again, I think that's just growing pains. You're adding a player in Desmond Bane who, in Memphis, he was tasked with a lot more playmaking and shooting responsibilities. And of course, that was going to come down with someone like Paolo Banchero and someone like Franz Wagner on the roster. Their defenses look ugly. Their offense, the spacing just isn't there. Like, you just have Desmond Bane there who can shoot, but you aren't getting him the looks because he's pretty much the only player in that starting offense that can shoot threes consistently, man. Again, I'm not going to worry too much about this team. I think they're going through some growing pains. If their defense doesn't pick it up going into the remainder of this year, then I'll start to worry. And then I'm just going to go rapid fire through some more of these teams. The New York Knicks, again, another team, growing pains, new coach. They're trying to try this new system where Jalen Brunson isn't so ball dominant all the time, man. And it's worked in a couple of their games, man, where Brunson has been scoring consistently, but it's not so hard for him where he's having to score using pick after pick after pick after pick after pick, where people are now setting them up. You have Mikal Bridges setting them up. Karl-Anthony Towns has looked pretty bad to start the year, man, which again, Cat's going to pick it up eventually. I don't expect him to just be this bad for the remainder of the year. The Washington Wizards have been low-key one of my favorite watches this year, just for the simple fact their defense sucks. but their offense is fun because they're just allowing the young guys to get up shots. You have 80-year-old Chris Middleton out there. You have 80-year-old CJ McCollum out there. You got Trey Johnson, who looks fun right now. Alex Sarr has taken another leap, which I want to talk about the Wizards in the entire another video, because Sarr looks really, really good. Keyshawn George looks solid, and I think Trey Johnson was a great pick for them. The Nets may be the worst team in basketball, like expected. They're on 4 right now, and it just does not look pretty whatsoever. The rookies that they drafted don't look good right now. They don't look like they play well together. I wonder if they're going to end up firing their coach at some point this year, because again, no one expected the Nets to set the world on fire, but no one also expected them to be this bad. The Pacers are really, really bad. They're dealing with injuries. Of course, we know they don't have Tyrese Halliburton for this year. They're going to try to join the tankathon right now. The Raptors experiment with all of the fours really isn't working. They're 1-4. The Pistons are okay. And then the Cavaliers, again, another team to where I expect them to be higher up the standings towards the end of the year as they get more players back in. I will say, whoever told Evan Mobley to take 8 threes a game needs to be fired. Evan Mobley is amazing in the paint. He's been taking a lot more jump shots this year, which I really don't agree with. When you're as dominant as a paint player as Evan Mobley is, you want that guy in the paint. But again, just something to where they're gonna have to figure it out as the year goes on. But yeah, that's my Eastern Conference right now, man. Again, the Bulls are at the top, the 76ers, you got the Bucks, and then towards the end you have the Nets, the Pacers, and the Wizards, man. So kind of like you expected, right, with the bottom, but definitely not what you expected with the top, man. But let me know what your favorite thing from the Eastern Conference has been this year. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.